Right, pitch side at world famous City Ground, and it's finished. Nottingham Forest Womans 1, Newcastle Ladies 0. Really tough game, a really attritional match. We weren't disgraced at all. We had a couple of the best chances of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't get to take them. But it was a tough game. I'd be happy with the performance. Result obviously wasn't what we expected. But I think the ladies have got a lot to be proud of. Come on, you Reds. This is the best seat in the house, bro. 1, Newcastle Ladies 0.
My players that they've not taken anything.
Pitch side after a tough game for the women's team. I'm sure the result wasn't what we expected, but it was a good game.
Well, what they'd hoped for anyway.
No, certainly not, but the game was good. The atmosphere was fantastic. Nearly 5,000 in here today. And we're all sticking around for the autographs, which is absolutely brilliant, seeing the girls going over there.
Yeah, the only slight disappointment of the day for me is that after our performance at the training ground on Thursday, when they invited us down here, I assumed we were playing.
Well, you bought your boots. I
bought
bought my shin pads.
Yeah. But as it happens, we had to content ourselves with being part of the press, which has been an absolutely incredible experience.
What a pleasure, what an experience. And you can see, I mean, that's amazing. That's what we want to see, you know. Zoom in. Look how many of the players have stayed back to make sure they're signing autographs, and look how many of the fans have stayed back.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, so I'm pitch side with women's head coach Carly. Carly, tough game. What did you think about the result and the performance?
Said to everybody I've just done interviews with, I'm absolutely devastated for my players that they've not taken anything out of the game. What I am pleased with is the football that was on display today. Our first half performance I thought was probably the best of our season so far. It shows the growth in our group and the process and the journey that we're on in terms of developing a style of play that is very much possession based. We created some good opportunities in the first half, and I think if we'd have been a little bit more clinical, we're standing here on the end of a different result.
You're certainly right. In that first half we had a couple of chances that if we'd taken the game could have changed, but you've got to be overall happy with the performance that the players put in.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I just said to him at the end. It's like, you know, that one's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for the players because we all come into this game with a full belief that we were going to take 3 points. We believe in each other, we believe in the football that we're playing, we know that we're going to create chances. We were hard to break down as well. I know we had the 10-minute spell again after the second half where we were a little bit open, and similar to what happened in the first 10 minutes of the Derby game, and that's something that obviously we have to look at and we have to develop and be a little bit better at and show a little bit more resilient in those moments. But teams are not opening us up. Teams aren't opening us up and creating handfuls of chances against us, and that's something that we have to take some positives from as well. So we keep plugging away, we trust in our process, and we go again next week.
Obviously, the result leaves us a lot to do in the table, but overall, we've got some tough games coming up. You just need a run of consistent games, don't you, to get the teams playing the way you want them to play?
Yeah, that's it. You know, we've had a disruptive first part of the season, really, in terms of being stop-start. That never helps. It doesn't help with a consistent 11 because things happen over those weeks. Some people put themselves in the picture in training games, and it can be difficult, and momentum's everything in football. But we seem to be on a little bit more of a flow now, and we're getting a little bit more rhythm, and hopefully that showed today out in our performance.
How pleased were you with atmosphere and crowd here? Because it was nearly 5,000 in today.
Yeah, brilliant. Again, look, it's a cold November afternoon, and the fans have still come out in their thousands. And firstly, I want to thank them for that. You know, I'm disappointed that it's the second outing here at the City Ground, and we're yet to get that win for them. But all I ask is that they keep coming and trust what we're doing, and I promise good times are coming.
Right. I'm here with Nat Psycho Johnson, as I'm going to call it from now on. And Nat, really great performance, but you must be gutted with the result.
Yeah, I think it's more gutting when you play that well and to not come away with the result. But we're proud of how we performed. But like I say, the result would have been nice.
We had our chances in that first half, didn't we? If we could have taken one of those, you could have seen a different result. But overall, you coming off the pitch pleased with your performance, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think as a group, we trained really well this week. We knew what we were coming up against, and we kind of we did what we set out to do, especially in the first half. There was kind of a crazy 10-minute second half where we let ourselves down a little bit. But again, lessons learned from that, and we won't do it again.
Absolutely. The crowd were fantastic as well, weren't we? We noticed that you guys spent a lot of time post-match making sure you met with the fans. How important is that on a match day like this?
Honestly, it's unreal. The fans are loud, and then at the end of the game, despite the result, it's my favourite thing to do is go to the fans, because you realise what's important. And seeing all the young faces here, girls and boys, it was just, it makes your heart really, really happy.
Like I said, the result wasn't what you expected, but happy with the performance. You've got some tough games still to come. Stoke City at Britannia in the next league game, which another big stadium game. You know, you must be looking forward to that.
I am. I think we play good football when we've got pitches like this. It really helps our style of play. I think every game's a big game, especially now. And our targets for the season, every game sort of got a must-win from this point on, and we want to do a good run in the FA Cup as well. So yeah.
Absolutely. I was just going to say. So you had a 7-0 win in the cup last week. You got. Have they arranged a tie, the next round tie for the FA Cup already?
Yeah,
is that in between
we've got Sporting
game?
Cowser next weekend at Long Eaton.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But guys, so make sure you get down and make sure you're supporting the women's team. They've been absolutely fantastic. Great to have access to the women's team pitch side as well. And Nat, you've been absolutely brilliant. We're hoping to get you on to do some interviews with us in the near future. Thank you for your time, and good luck with the rest of the season.